Hello, fellow aficionados. Have you ever felt trapped in the sticky spiderweb of emotional ties, like you're caught in an endless loop of attachment? It's a relatable struggle that can leave you feeling utterly powerless and stuck. But fear not. Change is not just a distant dream, it's totally within your reach. Taking cues from ancient Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius and Seneca, we'll uncover the secrets of mastering detachment and liberating ourselves from emotional chains. In this life-changing video, we'll dive into the profound principles of Stoicism, guiding you on a path towards emotional freedom. By putting these timeless teachings into practice, you'll discover practical and healthy ways to disentangle yourself from someone or something that's been weighing heavily on your mind. Say goodbye to the mental shackles of attachment and say hello to a newfound clarity and focus on what truly matters in your life. If you're a believer in personal growth and ready to break free from the grip of emotional bonds, then this video is made just for you. Let's embark on this enlightening journey together. Number 1. The power discovered in embracing detachment. Detachment often carries a misconception of being cold or indifferent, but in truth, it wields great power in freeing us from the grips of emotional turmoil and re-establishing control over our lives. Consider this. When we hold on too tightly to people or situations, they start to control our emotions, almost like handing over the remote control of our feelings to someone else. This loss of control can lead to a roller coaster of emotions, where our happiness and sadness are dictated by external forces, sometimes pushing individuals towards irreversible decisions. However, detachment doesn't mean shutting off our emotions or ceasing to care. Instead, it involves assigning the appropriate weight to things that lie beyond our control. To illustrate this concept, picture your emotions as a kite flying in the wind. Each string attached to someone or something represents a potential direction in which our emotions can be tugged. If we hold on to too many strings or grasp one too tightly, we become at the mercy of the wind, tossed and turned by external forces. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy with enduring relevance, teaches us the art of loosening our grip on these strings. While we may not have control over the wind, we do have agency in deciding which strings to hold on to. This approach doesn't render us cold or indifferent. Rather, it grounds us in reality and fosters resilience in the face of life's uncertainties. Practically speaking, embracing detachment begins with introspection. Identify what or who you find yourself excessively attached to, and explore the underlying reasons behind this attachment. Are you seeking validation, grappling with a fear of loneliness, or driven by something else entirely? Understanding the root cause of our attachment is the crucial first step in loosening its grip on us. Once we gain insight into our attachments, we can actively pursue activities that bring purpose and satisfaction, or gradually distance ourselves from people or situations that weigh us down. This process isn't about ignoring our emotions. It's about reclaiming authority over our emotional well-being and choosing where to invest our energy and focus. In its essence, detachment sets us free from the shackles of emotional dependence. It grants us the autonomy to navigate life's challenges with a newfound sense of clarity and inner peace. By releasing our grip on external outcomes and focusing on what truly matters, we cultivate resilience, strength, and a deeper connection with ourselves. Detachment doesn't mean lacking love or empathy. Instead, it represents a healthy separation between ourselves and external influences. It enables us to nurture relationships built on mutual respect and understanding, rather than dependency or manipulation. By embracing detachment, we empower ourselves to live authentically, guided by our own values and aspirations, rather than by external circumstances. Furthermore, embracing detachment nurtures a sense of inner freedom and liberation. No longer controlled by external events or the expectations of others, we can chart our own path and pursue our passions with unwavering determination. In summary, embracing detachment empowers us to restore balance and autonomy in our lives. By releasing our grip on external outcomes and nurturing a deeper connection with ourselves, we unlock a newfound sense of inner peace, resilience, and freedom. So let's welcome detachment not as a sign of weakness, but as a testament to our strength and self-awareness. At number 2 on our list, understanding the notion of attachment. To truly understand attachment, we must acknowledge its origins in the ego. Imagine this. Deep within us, humans are inherently loving beings, much like a newborn baby radiating pure joy without the complexities of ego. However, as we mature, the ego assumes control, cluttering our lives with attachments. These attachments, whether to people or ideals, muddy our judgment and pull us away from our essence, which is love. It's crucial to understand that attachment is essentially a game played by the ego, diametrically opposed to love and self-contentment. When we step back and view our desires and connections through this lens, we begin to see the unnecessary weight they add to our lives. Now, envision living a life rooted in love rather than ego. Imagine the freedom of not desperately clinging to outcomes, people, or social statuses. Living from a place of love allows us to trust in abundance, to genuinely believe that what's meant for us will naturally find its way. This isn't about wishful thinking, it's about a profound belief in our own value and capabilities. It empowers us to let go and recognize that attachments are merely anchors, limiting the vast ocean of experiences we're meant to explore. So, how can we untangle ourselves from these anchors? It begins with recognizing attachment for what it is, a manifestation of our ego's desire for security and validation. Then, we must shift our perspective. Realize that our value isn't contingent on these attachments. Our core essence is inherently sufficient. This shift doesn't occur overnight. It necessitates intentional practice and a conscious decision to prioritize inner peace over external approval. Finally, embracing the concept of abundance is key. When we let go of the fear of loss, the universe has a way of rewarding us with more than what we released. Detachment doesn't mean caring less. It means understanding better. It means staying true to our essence and letting love guide us rather than fear. The journey towards detachment is transformative. It involves shedding layers of ego to reveal the resilient, love-filled soul within. It's about progressing with lightness, liberated from the weight of attachment, poised to embrace new blessings with open arms and a steadfast heart. This process isn't effortless, but the profound sense of freedom and inner peace it brings makes it unquestionably worthwhile. Number 3, the deceptive nature of the ego. Our ego, that inner voice in our heads, often leads us astray by convincing us we're inadequate or that others have better lives. It's like a trickster, luring us into emotional dependence on others for validation. This deception can cause us to idolize individuals, placing them on pedestals as if they possess something unattainable. But life's challenges reveal the truth. No one holds a special ticket to happiness. We're all equally vulnerable and human. Confronting this illusion is vital. We must recognize it for what it is, a mirage, and refuse to let it distort our self-perception or our view of others. Let's discuss self-confidence and inner healing. It's healthy to remind ourselves that we're amazing, special, and unique. But this mindset shouldn't lead us to see others as inferior or separate from our shared human experience. Instead, it's about recognizing the significance of each person's journey within life's larger tapestry. Now let's explore detachment in relationships. It's easy to fear losing someone we view as irreplaceable, driven by thoughts of scarcity and limitation instilled by our ego. However, emotional detachment isn't about denying feelings. It's about embracing the universe's abundance and our capacity for love. It's realizing that while someone may be special to us, our completeness doesn't depend on their presence. This understanding frees us from fear-based attachment, allowing us to love without desperation. Embracing Stoic philosophy, let's see every individual, including ourselves, through a lens of equality. Each person we encounter plays a role in our journey, just as we do in theirs. No role is indispensable. By internalizing this, we cultivate emotional strength that helps us face life's uncertainties with grace. The Stoics teach us to focus on what we can control, our perceptions, actions, and will. Applying this to relationships and detachment, we discover genuine peace and resilience. We shed ego-driven illusions and embrace the liberating truth of shared humanity, freeing ourselves from attachment's grip to embrace a life of love, understanding, and acceptance. Number 4, implementing detachment in real life. Let's be honest here. Practicing detachment isn't always a walk in the park. It means being ready to release our grip on past experiences, relationships, or even our own perceptions, like finally loosening your hold on a rope that's been cutting into your hands. It's scary because we're so used to that grip, even if it's causing us pain. But here's the thing. Letting go doesn't always mean we'll fall. Sometimes it means we can finally stretch our hands, reach out, and grab onto something even better. I learned this lesson the hard way when I clung onto a comfortable relationship simply because it felt safe, not realizing that I was shutting doors to potential happiness that were knocking on my door. And let's talk about FOMO, fear of missing out. It's a real trap. Like endlessly scrolling through everyone's highlight reels on social media while feeling like you're stuck on the sidelines of life. But here's the scoop. That's not reality. It's a filtered snapshot meant to showcase perfect moments. Once I stopped comparing my life to everyone else's and started focusing on my own, FOMO lost its grip on me. Not knowing every detail of someone else's life doesn't mean you're missing out. It means you're fully present in your own, creating unforgettable moments that are uniquely yours. Attachment to a false image of happiness can make letting go seem impossible. We see others seemingly living their best lives, and we fear that we're falling behind, that we might never have what they have. But here's the truth. The grass only looks greener from a distance. Up close, you'll see it has its share of brown patches too. Creating an illusion of perfection in someone else's life steals joy from your own. It's like running on a treadmill trying to catch up to a hologram. No matter how fast you go, you'll never reach it because it's not real. Detachment isn't about giving up happiness. It's about defining it on your own terms. So how do we emotionally detach? We follow the Stoic principle. Focus on what's within our control, our thoughts, our actions, our growth. It's empowering to realize that no one's opinion, no past relationship, not even a shiny, filtered life on social media has the power to define our worth or our happiness. This realization becomes our armor, allowing us to move forward unburdened by unnecessary attachments, free to experience life in all its unpredictable glory, and open to the genuine, fulfilling connections that are waiting just around the corner. Remember, letting go isn't the end. It's a bold move toward the life you truly deserve. It's about shedding the chains of attachment and embracing the boundless possibilities that come with living authentically and wholeheartedly. So, take that leap of faith and watch as your life transforms into something beautiful and true. If you're into exploring the fascinating world of Stoicism, why not subscribe to our channel? We've got more empowering content lined up, packed with tips and insights to help you navigate life like a true Stoic. Hit that subscribe button and join our community of strong, confident, and wise seekers like yourself. Together we'll conquer challenges and embrace positivity with style. Thanks for your support. Now let's dive back in. At number 5, the journey towards happiness. Where does genuine value originate? This question, once answered, can guide us away from unnecessary attachments and toward a state of emotional liberation. Understanding this concept is especially crucial when facing the challenge of detaching from someone, a process deeply rooted in the principles of Stoicism. It's not about severing ties with malice or indifference. Rather, it's about realizing that the most profound form of companionship you'll ever possess is the one you have with yourself. As it turns out, true value emanates from within, your character, your wisdom, and how you treat others. It's tempting to believe that happiness hinges on someone else's presence in our lives, that our worth fluctuates with their approval or neglect. However, this mindset binds us, reducing our vast potentials to the whims of another. It's akin to a bird convinced it needs permission to fly, constraining our emotional horizons. Imagine instead realizing that the sky has always been open, waiting for you to spread your wings on your own terms. This self-reliance is liberating, teaching us that our value does not fluctuate with others' opinions or presence. Detachment, therefore, isn't an act of pushing someone away, but drawing ourselves closer to our essence. By focusing on personal growth, on becoming the best versions of ourselves, we unshackle from the heavy weight of neediness. It's akin to nurturing a garden. You wouldn't plead for a single flower to grow. You tend to the soil, water the plants, and trust in the natural process. In focusing on self-improvement, we cultivate a garden that blooms, regardless of who chooses to walk through it or admire its beauty. This nurturing becomes a source of happiness that's independent, resilient, and profoundly rewarding. So, how do we tread this path of emotional detachment? It starts with the understanding that you are complete with or without someone's affirmation. Your journey is about discovering the expanses of your own sky, learning to love the freedom that comes from flying solo when necessary. Embrace Stoicism's wisdom. Focus on what's within your control, your thoughts, your actions, your growth. This doesn't mean closing your heart or turning a blind eye to love and connection. It means securing your emotional anchor in the steady ground of your being. Remember, your self-worth isn't a puzzle missing someone else's piece. It's a work of art in progress, complete as is yet open to incorporating more beauty from the world around it. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope this provided some valuable insights for your day. If this resonated with you or sparked a thought, go ahead and hit that like button. If not, that's perfectly okay. Your perspective is always valued here. Finally, do you have thoughts on emotional detachment or insights from your own experiences? We'd love to hear from you in the comments. And if you know someone who could benefit from today's topic, feel free to share this video with them. Until next time, let's continue to spread wisdom and support each other. Stay safe, stay profound, and stay stoic. Take care, and bye for now.